all of the New Age kids were born after Skokie already existed. But when they attacked me in 2013, it was before in 2020 when they tried to taunt me after the grown man, and at that time, or after 2004, before their sack was already before whatever 2022, after the old management was before Skokie already existed, before the new one, before whatever type of time these people tried to go back to a time when they didn't exist, before church existed, after I was already getting attacked in 2015, and then this Skokie area attack now, which would be related to when they try to taunt me in the Skokie when the breakfast, before whatever this planes was after that, before they were already attacked in 2013, after they claimed anything in 2004, before a kid was 5 born in 2020, and anything after 2000, before first child was anything around any child born in 2007, before any 90s after anybody age 70, and 1970 before anybody age 90 after 1990, before any 2014 or 2070 that would be related to anything outside of the box in this area, or any video from any profile related to my company that's not related to someone in secret who thinks they're eligible to hide in secret without being on recording for things that they claim people didn't exist when they're associating with them without relating to the people before them, thinking that they're on recording by God that's not related to how people already, cameras already existed before 2014, but grown people were already attacking me at an age they claimed they were fear of the police or fear men, but they claimed that they thought that they were going to stop me after the Methodist KO was after they attacked me in the thing before the courtroom for 2 years after the new election, was after the kids didn't exist at a time when they claimed that a different era of a school or 2008 or 2004 already bag placement was in a different area of whatever sciences is related to how someone claims that someone can't be recorded by the law. That I still feel like I'm 8 years old compared to the courtroom that I didn't have a father, and these new people who's 5 after people were already 15 before these people were born 5 years ago. It would relate to other mothers who were already a certain age in the 90s before other people were taller than them and they're different, but they were already older than them after these new kids were already after a different generation was in between presidencies, outside of how the fathers was already a certain age before other doctors already existed 9 years before 2 years ago, but they claimed that this place Skokie didn't exist in that time, but the kids weren't born before those doctors were already after those planes, after there was already another hospital Methodist having an ambulance in the 90s before Truman Middle College, that was already before those times, was before Brenneman, before Job Corp in the 90s, before Chicago and the Rainbow House after the 80s and Civil War and modern and David time versus Greek time, Roman time, and how the image of life reflects to how those thoughts relate to association of someone's history, of how they claim someone can't participate using saying that God is not in control, because when I have immortal, they say that my first go to this. Sometimes people will even say that I can't have an image of my own thing, because when I had the car rental a long time ago, related to the insurance, related to Magnolia and any laundry, related to any Heartland or jeweler or school attack, related to how that area could relate to Ross or Five Below or voice recorder that was up for storage outside of before any ages of 2008, when they tried to report me to the police and say that I was wild or say things because they wanted to steal my identity because I was an upright man claiming I could produce my belief in science, because 2025 is after both age 25 was after 2014 courtroom, and then the new courtroom was already after age 13 was already before 2023, when those things are arranged in different placements outside of Google Apps and inside of videos inside of different platform, outside of any other list of things that is in order of from up to down, versus a tower in a January and from left to right, in years that some of these buildings and arrangements already existed before Monroe Harbor, even in the middle of the 20 decade and 2005 return, that's outside of any championship time or anything that relates to anything going on in the world, that's not associated with what happens when they say that God is not in control, because they try to use their stank to say that it can't be identified as stank, but they claim other people have to follow them because they claim that anything in here I can't identify it out of someone's property, that they said that I can't prove my belief in God and science because they say I'm ineligible because they're a foreign person that's not related to an American tribe when they try to work for foreign companies and say that an American and a human being can't produce because they try to cause war, saying that they want to be safe because they claim that when I come to America I can't produce my education and science related to God because they claim that someone might get angry and try to threaten me because this is smaller out of the box. It's a different language than a different item in a different universe and a different angle of pattern of two different things, and a collection of one item in the fullest will mean something differently depending on the depiction of what is there. When someone says that my says and things that is my body part is outside of whatever depiction of something that someone tries to be in secret and say that they want to gnash their teeth because they don't have a belief in human life and God, that relates to them warning that they're offended and stalking people because they say that people I can't live because they're claiming they get rights as a human that other people don't get because they claim they're entitled to things by being a secret because they claim that when they report people me to the police, they say I don't have nowhere to go because they say they have a boundary on property and they want people to fear them because they claim people are not aware of what's going on when they try to divinity themselves in secret and get an individuality, saying that I have nobody to talk to because when they locked me in a psych hospital, they claim that there was foreign doctors and they try to get a last say on my social security, saying that I have nobody to. I don't know who could help me because when they made a coronavirus to attack me, it means that I don't know if there's any reality related to someone internally who could attack me, internal app, external in a clinic, and who could attack me versus my placements. That's not related to someone who already existed before an attack before that, but it's still 2005 after 590s before any years before any placement was after those items in the placement already existed years before someone children were already after people were a certain age in 2015 older than 2005 after 90s before they were born after I was tagged before before whatever placements around the area with a quarter and 25 will relate to the first 25th of this year before the 20th today in between whatever last 3 years 28th and whatever middle Illinois high rise in championship that relates to whatever Quaker Oats after whatever type of sandwich, big nasty jewel sandwich in the fridge that I ate because someone tries to make something off limits that has the image of God. Even food can have the image of God and it could relate to a breakfast or a morning, but they try to distribute it in a nasty way, claiming they want to put their boundaries, saying that they're an adult and people can't use education to grow and be a human being because they claim they're trying to be in secret when they had abortions, saying that they want to say that I can't speak because nobody